Hello, and welcome back to another lesson on selling your merch online with Joey. We are still in our deep dive for Printful, and we are now going to learn how to make products inside the application. Now, once you've logged in, you know exactly how to get to the dashboard. You know where the little module is. We're going to click, instead of on product catalog, we're actually going to start in product templates. As you know, I do like to start there because it gives you a little more versatility when it comes to creating merch and adding them to your store. So that is where we're going to start. We're going to go to create more product templates. And if you remember from our previous lessons, we had made some patterns for one of my songs that didn't have a merch line. And we're going to probably use that for this today. So why don't we start off with something pretty simple, right? Like a t-shirt. We're just going to start off with something really basic. And that doesn't want to work. So we're going to click on all shirts. Great. I really just want something really basic, affordable, like $10 is great. Like $10 a t-shirt, I can live with that. Okay. I'm going to choose all colors. Now this is really cool. As you saw before, it already had us in the product catalog, and you just kind of go through like you would any other catalog. It'll take you there by yourself. Once you choose the product, this is what you're going to see. It says create a product at the top. It says there's 3 steps to this, right? Product, we were just in the product selection process. Now we're in the design process, and this is the design page. Now on your left is the same concept. You have this nice little menu bar, and then to the right you have a window that you're in control of. And at the top of that window, you're going to see every part of the actual shirt that you can customize. And I love how they've set this up because it makes it super easy to use. But for this t-shirt, we're actually going to make it very simple, and then we'll move on to different pieces that are a little more complicated to make. And that'll just be a way of familiarizing you with these dashboards and different ways of making your merch a little more unique. Okay. What I really want to do is go over the menu first, right? So we have this product on our left. It says men's classic tee, tells us what type of tee it is. This is the company that makes it. Gives us a nice little review. We all know this brand, so we're all pretty familiar. If you click on this, it'll give you a little more details on the pricing, all the details to do with the actual product. Here are the templates, so that when you're making these designs, you can do it either with a graphic designer, or you could even do it in Canva. It's nice to have these options. And then obviously you get a little quick access to the reviews. So that's wonderful. We're not really useful to us at the moment, but it's good to know it's there. If you wanted to change the product, there's a nice handy button for that, but we don't want to change the product. We want to stay on the t-shirt. And then this is kind of cool. It lets you choose techniques. So embroidery is when it looks like it's sewed into the fabric. There's like a layer of other fabric to create that logo. It's above surface level, I guess you could say. While the DTG printing is more like on the actual fabric, right? It'll print on the fabric. And there won't be like this extra embroidered feel to the logo. And a lot of people consider the embroidery to be a more expensive feel, while the DTG is definitely more of the cheaper side of things. But hey, we want something affordable. So I'm going to click DTG. All right. Here we are. And I think that's what I want, right? I'm going to choose all the colors as well. I definitely want versatility for people to choose if they want my shirt in a different color. So I'm going to choose that. And then I'm going to click on design, right? On the left side, we're going to choose the design tab. And on the design tab, we're going to be able to upload our files. Now, it's particularly because this is for my song Running Man, I want to go get my album art for that. So we're going straight into here. We're going to find the Running Man. There he is. Now I do need to get rid of some of this and then recenter this. Okay. And I'm just going to save that. Perfect. Now that I have that, I'm going to go back over to Printful and I'm going to insert this. Okay. Now I don't hate it. I just don't think that looks very appealing, right? It looks like a pretty plain Jane t-shirt to me. Nothing super exciting. I guess if we did black, it's not terrible. I think it would look better if I just took a little more time and made the design feel more purposeful. So what I'm going to do is actually create a version of this that is transparent. And the reason I'm doing that is I want it to look better on the shirt. I want it to look more a part of the shirt. And I'm not sure if this is going to be the solution, but I have the option in Canva to make it a transparent background PNG. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to see what that looks like on the t-shirt. Here we go. Go back into the program. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to upload this file again. This PNG. Oops. PNG. I'm going to apply that. Huh. You know, I think that looks a lot better. And I think the reason that looks a lot better is because it's actually just blending in with the t-shirt. Now let's, yeah, so much better. Oh my God, now it's a real design. You know, that looks so cool. I think I could even make it a little bigger. Yeah, look at that. That's a cool design. And the fact that it's gray allows us for a little more versatility in all the colors. It looks a lot darker on these colors. See? This is wonderful. Okay, now this is a good shirt. This is a dope plain graphic tee to do with my shirt. Let's see if we have any other options. Cool. So I could actually drop a design on the back. And I actually do have an idea for that. What I want to do is I'm going to open up a whole separate, when I want text to go across my shirts, I'll come back to Canva and I'll actually create very specific items like these, where I'll add the text to it and then use that to add to my t-shirts. So what I'm going to do is come to Canva. I'm going to choose one of these shapes. I need like kind of an elongated shape. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to come over here and copy this. Now it is white, so I'm going to put the background as black. I'm going to center this. I'm going to make it very big. Wonderful. Now I'm going to export this file also as a PNG. I really like the way that looks. So here we go. I want it to be transparent. Now I'm going to add this to it. Boom. And now Jackie and I's name is at the back. And it is a full-blown t-shirt. We love that. Now, if you notice, when I added this to the back of the t-shirt, that t-shirt went from $10 to $16 now. So now that's a pretty expensive t-shirt. To be honest, 16 bucks isn't crazy, but $5 of your profit gone like that can be a lot for some people. So if you're not into having like a back text, personally, I don't usually do that, but for the sake of this video, I am putting it there so you can see how it works. You do have the options to mess around with this if you don't just adjust it with the cursor, right? You can add, let's stick over here, right? So you can transform it with these, which means you can adjust the height. It's these little buttons, right? These little dots. You're adjusting it now manually from the menu. You can adjust the position also from the menu. You can also drag and drop. You can do it by hand or you can use the menu. You can crop, really important if you want to get more down and dirty with your stuff. And you can remove the background to make it kind of like a transparent PNG, but I try to upload everything that way to begin with, so I don't have to deal with any issues within the program itself. So limit the amount of issues. Back over to your left, under the design tab, we have a nice little add text. You can add your own text. You can even choose some of the fonts they've supplied you. I like to use also my own font, keep it consistent. I suggest you do the same. They have their own clip art. Once again, it's pretty generic. I stay away from this stuff because if someone else is using it, it usually doesn't work out for you. There's a quick add design. It just kind of gives you more design ideas. It's things that have probably worked for other people and they're trying to encourage ideas for you. Pride stuff. Gotta love that. And then premium images, which is probably paid. Yep, see, images you got to pay for. And I'm not really interested in any of that. It's cool that they have this. They have little video vectors. They have little patterns. Like that's really cool. But I like to keep stuff original. And if you are into content making like I am, then I would suggest taking the content that you have, like my album art or pictures of yourself, and using that in your merch. People want to be buying into you and your story. They don't want somebody else's story. So think about that. So here we are with this t-shirt. We've done the back. Here they even got like a little outside label. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Can't be printed with back print. So that tells you that we're already limiting ourselves. We can't add anything here because we have a back print that's currently on there. But for the sake of exploring this whole dashboard, we're going to get rid of that back pin. And we're going to come back here. Cool. So obviously what this means is instead of having an outside word, you would replace it with this symbol, which actually I kind of prefer. It's cheaper too, by the way. So you went from $5 to only $2. So we're going to keep that. You could also put it on the inside, but like they said, you can't combine it with the inside label either. So we have to choose one or the other. And I choose the outside. They said you can put something on the sleeve. I think that's pretty cool. I have things for this. I think it'd be better if it was maybe just let's see if we can make it like a little more simple. Like would this be kind of cool? You know, like something really small, non-invasive. I like that. I'm into that. Looks good on all these other colors, so we'll keep that. Add another $2 to the shirt, 15 back to a $15 shirt, but at least it has more stuff going on, right? So you can do it on both sides, which I think is pretty cool. Something actually I want to do, let's get a little more creative than this. You know, instead of just using my generic symbol, what I'm going to go do is come back here. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm actually going to separate these elements. Make sure they're center. And I'm going to download them. And I've already ran ahead and uploaded those files to this. So we're actually just going to go ahead and choose them. On one side of the sleeve, since it's giving us the option to add things to the sleeve, I'm going to put this little running man. Look at him. Look at him. Just there. On the sleeve. And that's kind of super cute. It's really symbolic of the shirt. It tells a lot about the story. And I just like keeping things different, you know? That's the left sleeve. On the right sleeve, I think I'm going to do something even similar. Is I also saved the words, and I'm just going to put the words there. And now you have like a t-shirt that's on front, back, and center the whole brand, right? It's me, it's my logo on the back, it's got the name and the symbol on the shoulders and on the front. So once I can find my cursor, there it is. We're going to move on from design and we're going to go review that. Let's go see like what our hard work looks like. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to press continue, and boom. It's called the Men's Classic Tee. I want to call it something better, so we're going to call this the Running Man Graphic Tee. A little more unique, right? We're going to add sizes. Make sure we add all the sizes because I want every person to have the opportunity to wear this. It gives me kind of like a summary of everything that I've done. That's not telling me the colors, but we know we clicked them all. And that's how we save the product template. Boom. Just like that. And right there is our new Running Man t-shirt. I want to add it to my store. I'm going to actually just click here. Boom. It's going to review a bunch of things for me. It's going to tell me that, oh, some stores are limited. So it's telling me that I can't have this many variants. So I got to be a little more particular with my colors. And I really want these bright colors. So let's come over here. I don't like these like mute colors. I like bright colors. So that's all we need, you know? It's all good. Now everybody gets an option, and that's what I like to see. Proceed to mockups. Cool. Custom mockups. We like that, but we like like basic mockups. So it's going to chase you. If you're just in the top hand corner, it's going to top center bar. It's going to tell you kind of the process. We went from product design. We just finished that, right? We picked the product, we designed it, we finished that. Now we're working on media. And this gives you the option to choose what pictures you want to see on your website or pictures that you want to download to then upload to a marketplace. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to choose the basic ones. I like ones that just show the picture. I don't like showing people wearing it because I think people get the idea of t-shirts. I don't need to make that complicated with a bunch of faces nobody knows. Down on the left side, you're going to see another menu bar. It's going to say main mockups. So go down to placements. I'm going to choose both front and back because I want them to see all sides. And then I'm going to choose JPEG because that's a lot smaller than a PNG. And trust me, you don't want big files on your website. It'll slow you down and it will slow down sales. Here we are to the center of the. Now we're going to look back at the window. The window is showing us what the t-shirt looks like currently based on the picture that I chose. This is something I really like. I could do kind of like a grid view, which is cool. I can see all the colors that we have. I think this is what I want to go with. I definitely like it better. So there we go. It's giving us some additional options, but to be honest, I'm not interested in that. I like the front and back views. I think this is perfect. It says I can add a product video, but this is just a basic generic product video. It has nothing to do with the products that I'm actually making, so I'm not going to bother with that. And I think right now we're pretty good. We're going to go on to details. It's going to be in English as far as language goes because I speak English. The product title did not change, so I'm going to turn it back to the Running Man graphic tee. And we got a nice little generic description. I definitely don't change this at first. I like to come back and make sure that these are super unique. And I'll have a whole separate lesson as to the process I do when making unique descriptions. That is a whole separate discussion. For now, we're going to leave the one that they've given us. We don't need to add any info specific to manufacturing. I think it's not useful information when it comes to them. It's good for us to know so we know we're giving them the right and best product. You can add a size chart. It's actually encouraged so people feel good, like they know what they're buying and it's going to fit them. So I'm going to add a size chart, and then I'm going to add tags. So it's going to be my generic tags, right? And I'm going to put kind of specific ones: Running Man, graphic tee, t-shirt in every way. And we're going to just go with that. And then I don't think I've made a collection for this one yet. I will make a collection so that I can put it successfully in the blog. But for now, this is good enough. Proceed to pricing. Free shipping. We love free shipping. Just kidding. We do not do free shipping. But if you do want to do free shipping, it's there. I use it as a discount code to incentivize people to buy things. But I do not want to be paying people shipping. It eats away at my profit margins. So here we are. We're in the pricing step of edit and pricing descriptions. And under product pricing, it's going to tell you that you can set your desired revenue. And it does this a few ways. So right under the free shipping toggle, you're going to see a nice little grid. And in that grid, it's going to have the size, the Printful price, how much money you're going to make, and then the price of that added together, right? So you can actually adjust this in bulk by just adjusting the revenue. You can do this based on either you can either change to you can either do this by changing it by percentage or dollars, right? So I can add I want to make $10 from everything, and it'll adjust everything by $10. Or I can do it by a percentage, which is what I suggest because not everything is on the same scale. We're going to do a percentage, and I like to make at least 50%, y'all. I need to make at least 50% because if I'm not making 50%, my landing costs, as in shipping and marketing, it's going to be too much and I won't be making anything. In a lot of cases, I do hike this up to like maybe even 70%. And I think that's fair. In fact, we're going to leave it at 70%. I want to make a little over $10 per transaction. I'm probably going to spend at least 5 of that getting them to buy this. So I think that's a fair game. And now we're going to move on from submit to store. And there you go. Now that product is in my store, let's go see if we can find it. And there you go. Here it is on my store. We've already uploaded it. It's given us all these nice little images. I like that. Something I'll probably go back and do is get more side images so we can see what's on the sleeve. I'm sure they're wondering what that is. If you can zoom in a little closer, I think you can tell that it's just the same graphics that you would see on the front of the shirt. And if we click on the back of the shirt, it looks like our symbol is right there like we promised. Everything looks great. I love this purple. It's beautiful. And I just love the way that this looks on my website, right? Here's the symbol right here. It's me. It's the same thing that you'd find on the back of the t-shirt. I'm going to go in and make this a better description, add a few more links, just robust this product description. And if you scroll to the bottom, it's also going to show you other t-shirts that are very similar graphics that I've done this exact same process with. So this is just one way of doing a very basic graphic tee. But in the next video, I want to dive into doing something a little more robust, like a custom VIP hoodie, something that's just a lot more cool. We're going to dive into that on the next one, but this is just to show you something a little more basic. So thank you for joining me on this lesson. I hope you're having fun, and we'll see you in the next video.